Hey everybody, Chris Negley with Elegant Estates. Just want to do a quick video on resin sand and a case for it. So let me show you what we got going on here. Alright, so this is a courtyard paver installation that we did. It's a permeable installation. We actually used it with the Paver guide system. It's a manufactured base for permeable pavers, and it went in pretty slick. It was a good product to use on this particular installation. The only downside that we've had with it so far is we had an issue with critters drilling into the Paver guide, because it is a void in that system. So they got in here, a little bit of settling here, and we had a little bit up along this area up here that we got fixed up for them. I believe it was last year. Now this does have a grade 9 stone that's put in this this joint, so it is still permeable. However, on these permeable systems, if you don't keep the joints clean, they can plug up and slow down. There's some mulch in here, and then also with it being permeable, this is a courtyard area, so it doesn't get a lot of sun, so you're still going to have the potential for moss to grow on the surface. You know, underneath the bench here you see moss growing. Up in these areas especially you see moss areas, as well as mold and mildew. So we're going to actually restore these joints, and we'll clean the surface here. We'll actually be up tomorrow. Believe it or not, it's December in New York, and we got a mild stretch, so it's a job that needs to be done. So we're going to go ahead and hit it up. So we'll clean the surface. We'll extract the grade 9 stone out of the joints here. Get everything clean on the surface, and then we'll put that resin sand in. And of course, with the resin sand, we'll be able to actually install the resin sand right up to the surface of those pavers, and the resin sand will still be permeable. So that's going to help to keep the system dry. Now this isn't as dry. You can just see the moisture that's still around the joints. It is a permeable system. There's no water underneath the pavers, but it is a really fine joint material. So therefore, you can see that it's still holding moisture. So, and you'll get that with polymeric sands. You'll get that with the really fine joint sands. We'll be doing a resin sand in this. We'll be able to do it right up to the surface, and it still will have the potential for holding a little bit of moisture around those joints. However, the purpose of this is you can kind of see where the joints have settled in there. The resin sand will do that right up to the surface. So they'll be able to come out, hose this down without having to worry about washing the gravels out of the joints, and it'll set up like mortar. So that will be beneficial from a maintenance standpoint, because it can be power washed, it can be surface cleaned, you can use a garden hose on it. And the purpose of that and the benefit of that, above and beyond what we have here now with just the gravels, is that we can keep a lot of that debris out of the joints. So that way we can keep the pavers functioning at 100% capacity or near 100%, just by keeping it well maintained and not having to worry about losing that joint material. And also, it won't have the environmental contaminants like the mulch and the pollens and the leaf debris and clippings and all of that getting snagged in these joints and having to be cleaned out. So over time, with sweeping and blowing, you lose material, and then it catches all of the material that we don't want to have in there. So we'll be taking this out, cleaning the surface, and we also, they said the asphalt was sealed, and there was some sealer on the pavers there. That's always a pain in the neck to get out, but we'll do what we can, and we'll kind of go from there. So we'll be doing this project tomorrow. Should be able to get it all wrapped up by the end of the day, and we'll do a video on that. So thanks for tuning in. See you next time.